Thank you. Thank you so much. He's a very quiet guy. He didn't want to like ruin anything. I can tell from his like reaction and his face. He wasn't like the kind of guy that would grab you and be like, ah, no. Were you a virgin when you met your husband? Was I a virgin when I met my husband? Was I a virgin? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am gonna be addressing some issues on my polygamy video that I put out about a month ago. That video over 100,000 right now. I got a lot of negative comments for that video. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of like positive. The positive part is more than the negative, but the negative replied and comments in that video really got to me that I want to address it. First of all, I did not put that video out to like send any kind of negative message to people out there to go be a second wife or to go take somebody's wife. I put that video out to be bold. It's not all polygamy homes bad, and plus I am not actually even living in polygamy. Like, my husband was once married, we're dating, he was still married even though he was in like not healthy marriage. So I wasn't sending a message out to any one of you to go take somebody's husband to go be a side chick. No, I would never do that. I'm living with my husband now and my stepchildren. Like, grabbing somebody's husband to be my husband. So I don't want people to have that like that understanding that I took somebody's husband, because clearly I did not take anybody's husband. My husband's ex-wife is like married or happy wherever she is right now, so everybody is happy. Nobody is sending any bad messages out there. So today's video, I want to be even more open with you guys. I want to be comfortable with you guys and even talk about more on my marriage. I got a lot of questions, lots of questions on my Instagram about my marriage. I got like the same questions all the time from different people. So I just want to make video, put everything together and just talk about it and be here and just share with you guys. I have this coffee here because I know this video is going to be long. So like I was saying, I have all the questions here on my phone. I just like put them here so I can just be looking at my phone and answer all the questions. So I'm going to be going through all of the questions one by one. Like I said, if you want to grab a tea or coffee, do that right now because it's going to be a long one and it's going to be honest video. Okay, so let's get started. How old were you when you met your husband? So when I met my husband, I was 24. I was 24 years old when we started talking, and age difference between us is about 13 years apart. It's not too bad, right? But my husband looked older than his age. Were you a virgin when you met your husband? No, I was not a virgin. What was it like having sex with him for the first time, and even though he was married? Okay, it was kind of awkward. It was like one of the most awkward thing ever. So we've been talking in the house for like, we've been together in the bedroom for like, I think 3 hours. We're just talking about everything in general, and we're just talking and talking, and at one point we just stopped talking. And I noticed he's a very quiet guy. He didn't want to like ruin anything. I can tell from his like reaction and his face. He wasn't like the kind of guy that would grab you and be like, ah, no. He was totally not. And I was just like, okay, are you not gonna like touch me? Are you like, we've been here for like hours and we've been talking. Like, I didn't say that to him. I was saying that in my mind, and we're just kind of quiet, and it was kind of awkward. And I just went to him and I kissed him. And he was just like quiet, and I kissed him, and things like something happened from there, and that was what happened. It's kind of weird. Okay, was your marriage arranged? No, my marriage was not arranged. My marriage was a love marriage. We love each other. We agreed that we're gonna marry each other. How did he propose to you? You know, like my husband is like it's like an older guy, and he's not into like proposing like, will you marry me kind of thing. But he bought me a ring, and I remember we went to order food at Mama Cass. If you know Mama Cass in Nigeria, it's like one of my favorite restaurants in Nigeria. And we went to we went to eat, and then as we're eating, his brother was sitting down there. His brother is his best friend, so trust me, they move all around, they don't hide anything from each other. He's also like my best friend because we tease each other a lot. So his brother was right there, and he said Salaam alaikum. We're sitting down there, he's like Salaam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird, what are you saying? And he's like, Tunde, bring the ring. And I call him Uncle Tunde because he's my brother-in-law, so we call Uncle. So he brought the ring out. He's like, Abi, I have this ring, and in the name of God, Allah, whatever, will you be my wife? I was just laughing. It was kind of awkward, like, what? I didn't even expect him to like propose to me, and I said, of course, yes. So he proposed to me. And Uncle Tunde was just, his brother was just teasing me like, hey, I was singing, hey, yeah, what can it come? Like, okay, sure I am. The next question is, did you lose friends when you told them your husband was once married? I lost friends like that. Okay, I had a best friend at the time. I'm not gonna mention her name because I'm sure she watches my videos. I had a best friend at the time that she told me like, oh, you cannot marry this guy. Like, she didn't even listen to like how I was feeling with this guy. It's like she was my best friend, and she also had like a long distance relationship at the time, and you know, and she was telling me, oh no, like he's been married and stuff, and you cannot marry. Like, she would tell me, you cannot marry this person. Like, if you marry this person, like, we're done. Like, it's not even in our category. It's not even in our set. Like, you're talking about somebody who is like 20 years older than you, even though like my husband wasn't 20 years older than me. It's like, he's old. Like okay, imagine my boyfriend, your boyfriend, and like all of us walking together on the street. Like, he's gonna look like he's our father. She made that statement, and I was like, seriously, you're passing an insult to my face? Like, and I never said anything. I just kept quiet, and she always like nag about that. And when things were getting serious, she was actually getting serious. She's like, oh, like I need to find somebody in my category to move with, something like that. And she departed from me. I remember she departed from me on my birthday. And I don't know, she was also getting jealous of me, of things that I was doing, because me, I'm always like, want to progress, you know what I mean? Like, I always want to do something, I always think forward. Like, at the time we're 24, 23, 24, she was still thinking like she was younger than that. Like, I was already planning to have like a bigger apartment. I was already planning to, like, you know, start a family, and I was already thinking about being a wife, you know. And then she wasn't even ready at the time. So also that too was like, she wasn't like that part of me. Like, from here to here, like, you're already thinking about marriage and you're still young, you can still find a guy, something like that. Yeah. And she was like, you can still find a guy, like, you're still in school, you can find somebody who's. So I was like, you know, I wasn't even like connecting to whatever she was saying. And I guess that was her own opinion, that was how she feel, and it's okay to have your own opinion. So and I did not drive her. Like, she actually literally she was in my house overnight. And then I remember that morning she packed. She would usually come over to my place. She was still living with a parent, and I was living by myself. She would bring, like, our clothes was in my house. She would spend 2 days or 3 days with me. So I remember that day she packed everything and she left, and she never said she was gonna come back. So I was like, okay. And then since then we never talked, we never said anything to each other. So that, and it's been like, what, 2010? That was in 2010 or 2009, and it's like 10 years now. And ever since then, I've never had like a serious friend. Was any family an obstacle for you not to marry your husband? No. And I am so grateful in that part, that I did not have anybody in my family being an obstacle for me not to marry my husband. Instead, they were all so supportive. Nobody really like an obstacle. If I actually like older guys, do I like older guys? No. I've never dated older guys. I've never dated anybody older than me for like 2 or 3 years. My husband is the only man that is older than me for like that long, like that age apart. Is the only guy that I can say, yeah, he's really older. But like, no like every guy I've dated in the past are like 2 years apart, 3 years apart. Questions is, how do you feel going out with your hubby in public? How do I feel going out with my hubby in public as an older person? Do you get questions like, is he your father? Come on, like, no. I don't think anyone ever stopped me, asked me if my husband is my dad. Never. I've never experienced that. Like, come on. No, it's not like a really older guy. My husband and I we're just compatible. Like, the age difference doesn't really show that much, because you know, we women, we're already having babies no matter what. Like, I'm not gonna look like a girl forever. I'm gonna look like a woman. I'm gonna look like a wife. So nobody ever stopped me saying that, oh, is that your dad? No, nobody ever said that. Yeah, so I thought that question would be like a lot of questions, but it wasn't actually a lot of questions, to be honest. I cannot really answer all of the questions I get on Instagram, to be honest. I got a lot of weird questions that I just don't feel comfortable answer, and I got questions that, so many questions that I just don't feel like it's necessary to be asking that. So I just feel like this question that I got here are like more of the questions that I feel like I can put out there. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. If you have any more questions, I know maybe you guys want to see my husband. We are going to be having like a couples tag, so he can answer his own part. This is my own part of the video, so, and I'm sure he has his own part of his own questions and answers too that you guys would like to ask him. Please follow me on Instagram and leave me all the comments that you want to ask me. It will be like amazing. So I'm gonna be doing like an husband tag later in the video coming up. Yeah, so thank you so much guys for watching, and I am gonna be uploading, I said that last week, but yeah, I'm gonna be uploading a weight loss recipe for all of you guys trying to lose weight. You guys see me now. Can you guys be able to tell that I lost more weight? Like, look at my neck. I'm gonna be making another weight loss video just because I've been loving one thing in like weeks now. Yeah, that's pretty much everything, and you guys stay tuned to that video. And if you have any questions, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And if you want to see more of my life, I have a vlog channel. Please go follow me on that vlog channel. It will absolutely means the world to me. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.